Hey guys, good evening. And this is Papa Bear, and we got Big Dog, and we have Josh from the protest.
Evening.
Okay,
Evening.
so yeah, good evening, everybody. All right, well, we got one watcher I can see. Um, yeah, I'll tell you what, I'm going to start this off with a joke.
Love it. Lay it on me.
Okay, it's kind of a two-parter. What do
Oh
you
no.
call yeah, what do you call a world famous rock group with four guys who can't sing?
Beats me.
Mount Rushmore.
Ah, love it.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Yeah, what do you call it when Lincoln, Washington, Jefferson, and Roosevelt fall into poison ivy?
Oh, no.
Mount Rashmore.
Ah,
Okay. That's
Pretty
enough of my
good.
jokes.
pretty
Hey Rob,
good.
do you have any jokes?
Yeah, what do you call a dog that's a magician?
I don't know.
A labracadabrador.
Okay.
Not bad, fellas.
All right.
It
Hey,
gets
this
worse.
yeah, these are dad jokes. This is
Oh,
what
yeah.
dad jokes. And we were talking about David, remember David Pataconi?
Oh, yeah. David's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, he's just awesome. And I was glad to get to know him really well. For the short time that I got to know him, which was only
Yeah.
like I knew him for a couple of years.
Sure.
But he was the kind of guy that totally, got close to because he really reached out to people.
Oh, he's yeah. I mean, same. I didn't know him super well, but I remember um, we played a show with him in Arizona, and
Mhm.
this was not long before he passed, really. And
Okay.
I remember, I'd had a bad week. We'd been on the road. I was having a bad week. I was, missing home. I was kind of feeling sorry for myself. And then I meet David, and this is the guy who is, for all intents and purposes, dying. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
he knew that, but he had so much joy and so much
Yeah.
passion and he cared so much about um me and about everyone in attendance. I mean, I was just humbled and blown away by that instantly. And I think it's pretty clear to see the mark that he made
Oh
on
yeah.
this industry. So
Yeah. A matter of fact, the guitar I had you guys sign.
mhm.
I don't know if you remember it when I came to Kingdom Come Festival. I had everybody sign this Ibanez that I had
Yeah.
electric, and David signed it, and he signed it on the front. And he put David was here, and so yeah, that's his silly self, but David was here. He put it right around the strings, or almost like under him. But yeah, I said, well, that's pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
I have that, and but yeah, just speaking about that, this is the first time I ever heard you, Josh, was at Kingdom Come Festival.
Okay.
Okay,
What
so
year?
2000. Let's see, that's 2024.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I heard you then, and so I was like, who's this band? you know, so I got introduced to a lot of bands. Because I think Rob and I can both say that we come from a different generation. Okay, especially me going on 61 at the end of this month. But people like John W. Slit, I know their names, and I
Sure.
know in Petra and all these other bands from my years. I've kind of what I call moved, and maybe Rob has too, but I went from classic rock to metal. Striper was my first metal.
hmm
Sure. Great,
That's
great, great, great group of guys. Great band.
yeah,
It's still on my
yeah,
bucket list of concerts to see. I've not seen
Man,
Striper yet.
really,
I see them.
they
yeah.
are. We opened
They're
for them a couple times last year, and they are on top of their game, man.
Oh,
You're gonna love it.
yes.
awesome.
I've seen them 3 times.
Yeah.
I saw. This will tell you my age. 1983. I saw them, and they had the spandex still. So, and the big hair and the makeup and the it was pretty,
Amazing.
yeah.
I would have loved to see him then, but unfortunately I was not born yet. So
You know what was funny is, and I kid about this, but they used to jump around and just, all over the place with their guitars. They were young. And the last concert I saw them was for the Final Battle
mhm.
concert. And when I saw them and stuff, they did not jump around. They definitely, they still were playing and just rocking it out.
Sure,
Okay?
sure.
But before they were jumping with their guitars high up in the air and going crazy, and I said they're not doing that anymore.
Well, I mean, that's what I was saying before about the whole back bend move, man. Like, I mean, I'm only 35, but already I'm starting to feel the effects. I'm not
the
moving
pain.
like I used to. So
He's talking about this, guys. Check that out. So, yeah, bent over backward. Yeah, I can't. Man, if I did that, I'd really hurt myself. I'd be in the hospital.
it really helps if we have a drum riser to put my shins on. That really helps me do it. But I can still do it. Like sometimes someone will come up in the merch line and want to do it with me and get a picture, and I'm able to do it most of the time. But man, it's getting harder.
Oh yeah, as time goes on, things change, right? But
For sure,
yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
Parts stiffen up really quick. Believe me,
What's
well,
parts of the body start stiffening,
Yeah,
and they don't
that's-
want to be as flexible as they used to be.
That's what I've been hearing.
yeah, it's this he's a wrestler here.
Oh, yeah?
Robert.
Yep. I used
Tell
one
me
of your
about it.
songs in Indiana a couple years ago after I met you guys. I used Greater Than Me to come out to the ring too.
So sick, man.
Yeah, that was so cool because I love the song and I'm like, I gotta use this in Indiana because that's where you guys are from, right? Is Indiana?
Yes, sir.
So
We are
that's why I
Hoosiers.
wanted to use that song in Indiana.
That's awesome, bro. I love that. Thank you.
Cool.
I love wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah. We grew up with that too, I think. The old Hulk Hogan and
Yes.
Ultimate Warrior and some of the
Yep.
others.
For sure, man.
Yep.
But so yeah, you guys are right now moving around a lot, right? You've got a kind of a tour with Relent. Is that
Yeah.
correct?
So it's been a pretty I've been a pretty busy year. We toured with Skillet in the spring. And that was great. And then we got some festival dates coming up, and then we've got a run with the boys in Relent, and we're super pumped about that. They're one of my favorite bands, and Miggy's an old friend. So I'm really excited to play with them again, and it's going to be awesome.
Good. And I know you're going to be in Virginia, Fredericksburg.
Yeah.
You're a couple hours east of us, I think. So I said, maybe I'll make it over there.
Hey, could be worth the trip. I'm telling you, it's going to be a good show, man.
I know it will be. Like I said, I enjoyed it. When I was, I think when I was at Kingdom Come Festival the last year, I'm talking 2025.
Mm-hmm.
I was on the side of the stage where Adam was. He was on that
Cool.
side.
Yeah.
I like watching him play. He's
a ham. I'm telling him, man.
That's what I think, because he does these facial expressions, and I'm just like, how's he pull it?
Yeah, he's a legend. He's such a good performer. We're so blessed to have him. Adam actually, he taught me how to play guitar. So he was in high school when I was in middle school, and my dad's a high school teacher. I was getting into music, and I wanted to learn how to play guitar, and I tried going to some places. I wasn't really into it, and because here I am, this kid, they're trying to teach me scales and everything, right at the beginning, and I was like, this is boring. I don't know what I'm doing. And then my dad asked Adam if he would teach me, and the first time he came over, he starts ripping into some AC/DC riffs, and I'm like, okay, this is pretty cool. We kind of struck up a friendship from there, and lo and behold, a few years later, he joined the band, and here we are.
Yep. Yeah. I understand that whole guitar thing because, years ago. I was much younger though, but when my parents gave me a guitar, and it was a classical guitar.
Oh yeah, nylon
That-
strings, all that
yeah,
good
nylon
stuff.
strings, and talk about hurting your fingers.
Whew.
Number one. Number two, the teacher I had was trying to teach me, like you said, note for note, little
Yeah.
no songs, no.
Yeah.
I gave it up. I gave it up quick. Okay, I
Sure.
said no.
Yeah, and I think it's important. It's important to learn the scales and learn the theory, but if you it kind of helps you keep going if you learn a couple chords and you can string a couple songs together, and
Yeah.
so
Right.
yeah, that's kind of what Adam did for me, and my little brother, we've been playing music since he was in sixth grade. You know what I mean? So
Right.
it's super cool to be with these same guys for most of my life. They're my best friends, and seen the world together and gotten to reach a lot of people, and it's just been a super super cool thing, man.
Yeah. Yeah. That I've also said that about podcasting.
Oh yeah.
One of the things that I was telling Rob, I've been in it for a while. I've been doing it for, gosh, several years now. But one of the things I said to him is that, man, the friends and the people that you meet, okay,
Yep, absolutely.
I made very good friendships with a lot of people in bands all over the country. Okay,
Yeah, absolutely.
and you know who's my guitar teacher, by the way?
Who's that?
Becca Sugg.
Oh, nice. Love
Yeah.
Becca.
Yeah, I do too. I love, Reclaim the Day.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
give them a shout out. But yeah, she's my teacher.
That's cool,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, she's teaching me electric. See, I've done a lot of acoustic,
Yeah.
but I'm able to do it because I have a perfect pitch.
Oh,
I-
nice.
Yeah, I can hear things and play them just whatever I'm hearing. So,
Yeah,
but she's teaching me a little more on the theory side.
sure.
I felt like I needed to learn some things beyond what I'm learning. So
Yeah. Man, I wish I had perfect pitch. That'd be sick.
yeah. But it actually comes from my vocal training.
Oh,
which
cool.
I used to do sight reading, like in they would give us a book, and we'd have to sing in solfeggio notes.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
I remember doing that in choir. I had no idea what I was doing.
yeah, I faked it.
Yeah.
I did not read music, okay, but I would fake it, and the teacher could have swore up and down that I knew how to read music.
That's so funny.
And I told her, no, I don't read at all. She goes, no, you're lying. I said, no, I don't.
Funny.
So, but it was funny. But yes, we're going to talk about a new song that you got right now.
Sure. Yeah.
Cloud Walker.
Yeah.
First of all, explain it. I always ask people to explain what's the song about, because some people, they'll listen to it and maybe go, what are they talking about?
Sure. No,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah. I mean, this song's super special for a lot of reasons. One, so this was kind of Sarge's brainchild, and this is a song he's been sitting on since COVID. So I remember when we were working on our EP during COVID, we were out in California, and he was working on this song, but he was real secretive about it, and he told us the title. He's like, it's just not ready yet. It's not ready. I don't feel like it's ready to present to the table. And 5 years go by, and it's still kind of in the back of our minds, like, did he ever finish that song? And then lo and behold, he brings us a really cool idea that we all kind of put our 2 cents in on. And the song just really talks about here on earth, no matter if you know Jesus or not, life is hard. If you're a human being, life can be very, very difficult, when we're caught in the storm. But true peace is found with Jesus. So the chorus just kind of talks about, reaching that place where you find true peace, and really a lot of our songs, like a lot of rock bands, are about personal struggle and about, overcoming that very deep, very dark, very heavy. And I love that. But this particular song, we wanted to write super uplifting, fun, windows down summer rock song. And it was scary to put out because a lot of people like us in our heaviest state. You know, so this song's kind of the opposite of that. So I was a little nervous to put it out just because, like, I'm like, man, people are gonna think this is like a total 180 and weird from the singles that came out, you know, the months prior. But I'm super happy with it and love it. It's just fun rock and roll. Because at the end of the day, like, that's the style we love, and you know, we just hope that it reaches people and you know, helps them feel good.
Okay, well, here we go with Cloud Walker. Well, I have just one thing to say to that. Here it is. No, it was really cool. That
Thanks,
was really
man.
cool.
Appreciate that.
I'd heard it before this, though. But I mean,
Yeah.
I definitely, and you were right. It did have a different sound than what you guys normally are. Because I listen to your CD all the time. You know, when I'm
Yeah.
listening. And of course, you guys are pretty heavy. And this is still though got some good drive
Oh
to it.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
it
yeah.
still does.
Yeah. And really the pre-choruses were kind of inspired by Boys of Summer by Don Henley actually. So
Oh,
yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I know Don Henley. That dude.
yeah, he's awesome, man.
Yeah, he's old now, but but no, I remember him. Yeah, Boys of Summer, End of the Innocence, and
Oh
all kinds
yeah.
of stuff.
Absolutely.
A
Well,
lot of
thank
good
you,
songs.
fellas.
Yep. Hey, so, Rob, what'd you think of the song?
I enjoyed it. I could see like the blue skies and the clouds and everything in
Good,
it.
man.
And
Good.
Yeah,
I could see our guest here jumping from cloud to cloud in a video.
yeah.
Thanks, man.
What a
Yeah.
video! Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude, there sky's the limit for that, especially these days.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, no, we're super happy with it, and yeah, we've got handful of more songs. The record's finished on our part, so
Good. Good.
yeah, should be can't say just yet, but should be out pretty darn soon. We're pretty excited about it.
Oh yeah. Now, who helped you produce on that album?
Yeah, so we since we started, we've kind of hopped around, right? So
Mhm.
our first record, we went down and recorded with Mr. Travis Wyrick. He at the time he was recording Our Heroes, right? He was recording Pillar and Disciple and POD and all these bands, and so we kind of swung for the fences early, and we went down to Travis's, and he just taught us how to be a band. He was huge, a huge part of what we do now. And then our second record, we went to Mr. Mark Anthony of the Letter Black, and he helped us do that. And then our third record, we went to a dude that did one of Disciples' records, Matt Arcani. And then we kind of after that, I think we kind of found our guy. His name's Mitchell Marlowe. Are you guys familiar with the band Righteous Vendetta? Do you guys remember them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So they were a killer hard rock metal band.
Mhm.
We toured with them a couple times. One of their records, Cursed, is one of the best sounding records we'd heard, and we loved it so much. And we're like, okay,
Yeah.
let's go to this guy. So at the time, he was in LA, so we did our EP with him. And praise the Lord, he moved to Nashville, so he's not that far anymore. And we did this whole record we've been working on has been with him, and I think he's kind of our guy. Yeah, he's incredible. He helps. He's kind of like a fifth member of our band when we go down there, and it's just it's an honor to work with him because I mean he works with bands that are on a whole different level than we are. We're very small potatoes compared to some of the bands he works with, like Papa Roach and stuff like that. So
Oh, wow.
it's really
Okay.
cool that he takes some time out to work with us. So
Yeah, that is cool. Now, as bands go sometimes, and I know there are a lot of artists out there, they end up either moving close to Nashville or in Nashville or somewhere.
oh yeah,
Now, are you guys still in Indiana? And
yep,
you
all
just-
of us.
Okay, so you just travel to Nashville.
Yep, we're in Nashville quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
When we were in our 20s, we could go down to Knoxville or Nashville or wherever we were recording and spend 4 weeks down there and make a record. Now we have families and kids and stuff.
Right.
So now, now it's like, weekend trips or day trips down to do this or do that. It's only about 5 hours, so it's not too bad. But yeah. Yeah, but no, I mean, we all live really close together, which is a huge blessing. I mean, our screamer and rhythm guitar player lives about 45 minutes away, but Sarge, me, and my brother all live within 15 minutes of each other. So
Okay.
yeah, it's great.
Well, I should tell you, I'm an Illinois boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually grew up in the Chicago suburbs.
Okay.
and our youth group used to go to Indiana quite a bit.
Oh, cool.
Special events, youth
Yeah.
events. But so I know Indiana. I've been to Indianapolis. I've been, some other places in Indiana. But yeah, I've been there. I've been there um, many times in my life. But I will say, yes, I am from the Chicago suburbs. And people ask me, were you a Bears fan? I said, no. Uh, and I'll tell you why. Because I'm not originally from Chicago. I'm originally from Pittsburgh,
Oh,
Pennsylvania.
okay.
And I was a Steelers fan, and I still
Oh,
am
boy.
a Steelers. So I'm stuck.
You got to be, you got to be careful up there, man.
Yeah.
You got to be careful.
The Bears, though. That's what they were all about. The Bears.
Yeah, for sure.
Chicago. Yeah. I
Yeah.
probably talked like that for a while because I was up there. And
Sure.
all my friends were Chicago. You know what I'm saying? But
Oh, yeah.
But so yes, Indiana, I'm very familiar with. You guys are our neighbors. So-
Absolutely, man.
and
Absolutely.
the rest of the state of Illinois. I've been to the farmlands too. I lived in Bushnell, Illinois,
Yeah.
and so it was all farmland down there.
There used to be a festival out there.
Yep, Cornerstone.
Yes.
And
That
I
was
was
the
there.
old location. Yes.
Yes,
We
I
played
volunteered for
the very last year of Cornerstone. I think
Did
that
you?
was 2012 or 13, maybe.
that. Okay, I was long gone after that.
Yeah. We played the very last year, and I'll never forget it because
Wow.
it ranks in the top 5 of hottest shows I've ever played in my life.
Yes.
Yeah. I was like about ready. I was like seeing stars afterwards, man. It was brutal.
I bet you were. There are all kinds of. I volunteered for Cornerstones.
Oh, cool.
When I came with the Jesus people,
Yeah.
I would volunteer to drive the van and drive the artists to the hotels, to the airport.
Very cool.
And so I got to meet some people. I met Steve Taylor a long time ago. I don't know if you know who Steve Taylor is, but he kind of is like a David Bowie, is what I call him.
Yeah.
But I got to take Steve Taylor to his hotel, and he was a real friendly guy. He was real nice. And then I met some guy who used to work or used to somehow be on the staff of Jeff Moore in the Distance.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And he was telling me stories about them. I mean, I would just find out all kinds of stuff, and it was really neat. So
that's awesome, man.
I
cool.
love volunteering there.
Yeah,
it was
it was a really cool culture, man.
Yeah,
super cool culture out there.
Yes, and they were the first rock festival that were huge. I'm serious. I saw the numbers climb every year, and then they just decided not to do it anymore. It was costing money and a lot of things, but it was a huge festival. I remember seeing bands from. And they had all these different stages. I mean, you could go anywhere and everywhere, listen to what kind of music you wanted to listen to. So it was cool, and it was a family event. It could be a family event. I will say this, though, and you know this being in Indiana, right? Those young people had the hairdos that were, and the piercings, and they would go into town, and it was a farmer town.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and these people would go, like, stare at him, like, what the heck is this? Now, at first, they weren't sure about these young people, but you know that these young people were Christian kids. They would actually live their testimony in the sense they would be real nice and very polite and all those things, and they won that town over.
That's awesome. I love that.
And the Lord really used that because they were at first they weren't sure about Cornerstone being anywhere near their town, but eventually they really were accepting of the kids, and they were looking forward. This is really interesting. They would look forward to seeing them again when they would come.
Love that.
So
cool.
That's the way we ought to be, right?
Absolutely. Amen, brother.
Yeah. I mean, that's, these young people are teaching me a thing or two too. I mean, but Yeah. So we talked about your producers. Do you have any other musicians that helped you out on that album, or you just do your band?
Um, we had a little bit of help from Josiah from Disciple. He played some piano parts for us.
Ooh, I didn't
Um,
know you play piano.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And other than that, it was all us. Um,
Okay.
it's it was really cool because we did a couple co-writes for this record, meaning we met up with a writer or two and sat down and worked on a song together. But I'd say 80% of the record's all us, and it's really exciting and big for us because you know um
Mhm.
Legacy, that album was almost all co-writes. We felt like like we felt like we were decent writers, but we wanted to make sure the songs were really good. We didn't trust ourselves, so we had a lot of friends help us out, and the songs turned out great. But as time has gone on, we've gotten a lot more confident as songwriters
Oh, looks
and
like
have
there it goes.
yeah, like have my dudes, come up with stuff, and it ends up being really cool. So yeah, it's been awesome, man. It's been a really fun experience writing this record. We didn't intend for it to take so long, especially in today's culture where you need to release stuff all the time. They say, but
Mhm.
after COVID, man, we toured a lot, and then everyone started having babies and getting married, and when we weren't on the road, we had to
Mhm.
carve out time at home to write and head to Nashville. And, so it took a while because we were kind of piecing it song by song by song, and finally done. And we're so excited to get it out there. I mean, every artist will say this, uh,
Mhm.
but it's our best stuff yet. I really, really do believe that it's our most diverse record and our
Good.
best stuff yet. So,
Good. Good. I think that's true of of good bands that they actually improve each time. They get
oh,
better
sure.
with their
Sure.
album.
I'm waiting for the fall off, man. I mean, I don't know when that's going to be, but uh, I feel like this is really good, but really it's kind of up to the listener and the fans to decide. I mean, the record might come out and they might be like, "Oh, this is hot garbage. They peaked last record or whatever." But I don't think so. I feel pretty good about it. So
I
Hey,
think
Rob.
like a fine wine, you
Yeah.
guys get better with age.
Yeah.
thanks,
There you
man.
go.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, dude, that's the way to look at it, brother.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
way
That's
you
the way to
gotta look
look
at
at
it.
it.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because I look at some of my favorite artists of all time, and
Mhm.
some of them kind of hit a point, right, where like it's still good, but it's not like it was, right? And it's really
Yeah.
it's really interesting to see like when that point hits and what that looks like. Like there's this couple singer songwriters I like. It's like pretty much up until 2000 they were awesome, and then things weren't as good after and stuff. So it's just really interesting. I hope like Rob said, I hope we age like a fine wine.
I
So
I have
Yeah.
no doubt. I have no doubt.
Yeah.
thanks,
You.
man.
Like when I
Yeah.
saw you guys in Jamestown 2 years ago with my daughter. I mean,
Mhm.
you guys, we were in that little church, and you guys, and all of us there, we rocked it out. And
It
between
was
you guys opening up for Disciple.
yeah.
Now, I think you guys have been to Immortal Fest too, correct? In
Yep.
Ohio.
Hmm.
So, and
Okay.
you know, I don't know. Can you explain the difference? Sound wise. I mean, I'm a fan, but I love listening to music too. What would you say the difference between the BMG place and a church and a small church? Is it easier
Sure.
to play at a big place or a small place?
That's a great question. Both kind of have their um, advantages. Sound wise, it kind of works out for us no matter where we go because
Right.
the big places like the BMI Center, we can tap into their sound system. We have our own front of house guy, our own board, all that stuff, and they have a great system, so that works out great. The
Right.
Jamestown thing, bands like us and bands like Disciple, we bring our own sound and we know it's good, and we know what it's going to sound like every
Right.
night. But as far as like the size of the room and stage, like, yeah, it's kind of a toss up. Like that show in Jamestown was a blast because because it was because it was packed. It wasn't a huge room, but it was packed in there. People were going crazy, and that's so much fun. Like
And it
I,
was
I,
really
I would,
intimate too.
yeah, I would rather play a small room that is packed of people going crazy than a
Right.
giant room of people standing there looking at you like sardines. But playing a packed giant room is really really fun. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
yeah,
I get that because I've done that where I've wrestled in small venues and wrestled in big venues, and
sure,
I've wrestled in front of 5 people and I've wrestled in front of 800 people.
yeah,
And if it's an intimate section, a section that's good, but sometimes that roar of the crowd, of a
yeah.
bigger
Well,
crowd, it just
I,
eggs you on. It
yes,
gets that adrenaline flowing
yes.
even
I
more.
will. I will tell you this, like
Mhm.
just like you said, like you know, we've been doing this for a long time, but there's still
Mhm.
nights where it's not like like there's nights we're playing in front of 1,500 people or 2,000 people if we're opening for Skillet or we're on a festival or something, and then there's nights we're headlining, that are really good. There's some nights that aren't very good, and yeah, we're playing for a super small crowd, and that that used to really bother me. I couldn't get into the show and everything, but I that kind of switched. I had to change my mind and think like, okay, there might be only 20 people in this room, but those 20 people are here for a reason. You know what I mean? So
Exactly.
it'd be doing it'd be doing them a big disservice if one, I didn't give it my all.
Right.
Two, if I didn't share the hope I have with Jesus with those people, because they're there for a reason. So, you know, no matter if we're playing in front of thousands or a few, we
Mhm.
try to act like we're playing in a stadium. You
Right.
know,
Yeah.
I like
it's
that.
yeah, that's really important to us because I remember going to see some of my favorite like Christian rock bands growing up or favorite rock bands growing up, and I remember I'd go to some shows and there wasn't very many people there, but they would just throw down, and that made a huge impact on me, because I was pumped about it. I was so excited to see these guys, and they gave it their all for me, even though I was one of the only people there. That's really cool.
Yeah. Glenn Kaiser from Res Band.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
I've never met Glenn before,
He's a great guy.
but I heard he's a great guy.
Wonderful.
Oh, very, very genuine person, and not afraid to preach the word anytime he's up there.
Love
But
it.
I will tell you that the one thing that I appreciated about him is there was one time he said he got really ticked off, and things were going wrong with the sound, things were going wrong with this and that, and God had to give him an attitude check because he found out what happened was the Lord used him in a small venue situation. Okay. Some people got saved. Okay. But he says, in spite of me, these people still got saved.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. And so,
Get that.
but he does the same thing. I mean, he did that, especially when he was younger now. But he would really give it everything he had, even for a small crowd, big crowd. It didn't matter.
Yeah.
I mean, Res
I
Band
think
were awesome.
I think it's an obedience thing, man. Like I mean,
Yeah.
just like you said with Glenn, like there's been a lot of shows I've come in with a bad attitude. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Hmm.
Bad attitude. I didn't want to be there. I was tired. I was stinky. All that stuff.
Hmm.
But you know, I was obedient to speak the Lord's name and obedient to go for it and go hard. And I truly believe that the word of God doesn't come back void. And then
Hmm.
you find out later that someone was really touched by something that the Lord said through you, and that's really humbling because you're like, oh man, like he still used me, and
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah. It kind of makes you think. You're like, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
And the
because
Lord humbles us in that, by the way.
yeah, well, and the truth
Yeah.
is, man, like I
Hmm.
mean, why would I be in a rock band traveling around and, you know, missing time with my family if I was doing it for any other reason besides reaching people. Like, what would be the point? You know what I mean? Like, I love playing music, but
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if I had no real purpose behind what the protest does, we probably would have quit a long time ago. Because what, like, I mean, for me, it's like, what's the point? You know, like I could be here with my family, not missing out on, you know, birthdays and not missing out on certain, you know, family get-togethers and stuff like that. But you know, we have a great support system, and you know, I think as long as the Lord will have us, we'll keep rolling.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, you know, you getting back to this, you were talking about, you know, you age well with wine, Rob. You said that, or something like that. You age well like old wine, right? Anyway, what I was saying is I got to tell you, it can be done. And I'll give you an example. Well, I interviewed Michael Sweet. Um, uh, what is it? 2 years back, or so it's about 2 or 3 years ago. But when I was interviewing him, he is older. His vocals have changed. Okay, but they've changed for the better. What he did is he took what he had, you know, and he has this now. I don't know how I told him it's like a real grinding, you know, you know, it's a lot heavier with his
Yeah,
vocals.
sure, sure.
Before he was singing a lot more pure. It doesn't,
Operatic, and yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
and and he changed it. And I said, I think you guys changed it for the better. I think you guys sound better. You're harder. You know, they've done some real hard stuff.
Sure. And I would imagine that you know, they might do this, but I know a lot of bands do this. You
Mhm.
know, we change the key sometimes. So like,
Right.
you know what I mean? So like there are
We
certain
do.
songs that we record in a certain key because I want the energy for the recording, but doing it live would be really hard. So we tune to a few steps down, and then I'm able to hit everything super easy. And I've noticed that as time has gone on, some songs that just kind of helps me out a lot. You know what I mean? So there's always
Yeah.
ways to pivot and adjust. And no, I mean Striper live are I was blown away. And listen, I didn't get to see them in their prime, you know, but I've seen them in the last couple of years, and I was blown away. I was just it was crazy.
I remember them throwing out striper Bibles all the time,
Yeah, sure. I heard about that.
trying to
Yeah.
catch them.
Yeah, that's funny.
But
It's amazing.
yeah, they were the first band to do that too. By the way, that was very interesting.
Sure.
But but no, yeah, because you're right. They do sing a few steps down, and I notice it right away because I have an ear. So I go, this isn't the actual key they're singing in because like the album. But you know what's most people that come to the concert, and this isn't picking on the audience, aren't like
Uh
us that listen.
no, no, no. Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, like that's the
yeah,
thing. Like, I mean, that's with mistakes or with anything. Because, like, I mean, there's rarely a protest show that's something doesn't go wrong. Someone hits a wrong note. I mess up a lyric.
hmm
I hit a wrong. I go for a long note and I don't hit it well. Like that happens every night. Doesn't matter how much we practice, how many nights we do it, how many
yeah,
nights we sing the same songs over and over again. I'm gonna forget some lyrics. Jerob's gonna miss a drum fill, whatever. Um, I learned very early on just to keep rolling because not
Yeah.
most people don't know. I used to stop or make a face or do whatever and
yeah.
you know but you know we just kind of roll with it now.
Yeah, and like I said, most of the people don't know what you know, and it was funny is I will see something and they don't, but they'll come out going, "Oh, that was awesome!" I said, "Yeah,
Right.
it was awesome," but in my mind, I know they made a mistake somewhere.
Sure, sure,
So,
sure.
but but it didn't bother me. I mean,
Yeah.
I understand we're all human,
Hey,
and that's the thing about these
right.
bands. They're
Live
not.
music is gonna
Yeah,
have mistakes, you know.
yeah, absolutely. I've seen it into the best bands that have been around for ages.
Yep,
Okay,
absolutely.
still happens to you, but it's like I said, it's good that your audience is kind of what I call ignorant of, of musical skills and all that stuff, because all they hear is, "Oh, this just sounds awesome." You know what I
Sure.
mean? I saw something recently. A matter of fact, Rush was got a new drummer,
Yeah.
Annika,
Mm-hmm.
and she made a mistake, it was caught on camera, but she about lost her stick, but she caught it and kept going. She didn't miss a beat.
Rock
It
and
was
roll.
like, and just that's just talking about you just keep going. You just keep going.
Absolutely.
But she smiled. You could see her smiling because she knew she about lost
Sure.
the stick. But yeah, no, it's hey, like awesome. I was glad to get you on again. And talk about this new stuff, and you're going to be in Fredericksburg, so I know I'm going to that. But where are the other places you're going to be at? Tell everybody with Relent, and so that we can get that
Yeah.
work.
The best place to find our dates is our website,
There.
theprotestrocks.com. That's where you can get tickets, that you can see all of our tour dates coming up. Yeah, super stoked. We've got a date with Disciple up in Chicago area coming up, one fest in Wisconsin, then the run with Relent, a couple more festivals, another show with Skillet, and hopefully this record will be out really soon, and we'll go from there.
Okay. Well, we're gonna have to keep looking for you. I'm gonna see if I can't make that August 15th date.
Yeah. Hey
So
man, shoot me a if you decide that you can come, shoot me a message or an
okay,
email. Okay.
I will do that. I will
Okay.
do that. All
Yep.
right. Then we can look for each other. And
Sounds
Rob,
good.
is there anything else that you had on your mind before
Uh,
we back it up?
you know what? I just so you know, Josh, your music is a blessing. I've
Mhm.
shared it with all the artists that are on here. In July of 2024, I lost my mom,
Mm.
and I had lost my dad 3 years prior. So, music, this family that I've been a part of, that I've been adopted into,
Mhm.
I just love you guys, and I love what you guys do. And I'm supposed to be this tough guy sometimes, but like I told my daughter, sometimes this tough guy thing isn't all it's supposed to be. And I just enjoy hearing you guys talk about your music, and it inspires this old guy too. So I just want to say thank you,
Mhm.
Hey man.
following God's calling.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
brother. It's an honor. And thank you guys for doing what you do, being co-laborers in this crazy world with me. At the end of the day, I think we both want the same thing, for people to find hope. And I think that's awesome that you guys give artists a platform to do that. So thank you both so much.
Well,
I
Got it.
appreciate you guys.
Hey, Josh, I'd like to ask you something if you could do us a favor. Would you
Yeah.
like to close us out in prayer? That'd be
Yes.
great.
Would love
Okay.
to. I got bad hat hair. I apologize.
no, I don't
That's
got
okay.
any here, so don't feel
I don't got any hair.
Okay. Okay. I'm not that. Okay. That's good. All right.
Okay.
Dear Heavenly Father, just thank you so much for these gentlemen, Lord. Thank you so much for the platform that you gave them to spread your word, to hear the heart of the artists that love you, Father. Lord, we just ask that you continue to work through both ministries, Lord, and that you bless the listener. Lord, we're just so thankful and humbled that we get to serve you. We love you so much. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. Well, thank you, Josh. And well, folks, that wraps it up. But if you want to know anything about the protest, look them up on they have a Facebook page. You can check
Yep.
and they have all their
All that good
information.
stuff.
Yes.
Okay. All
So,
right. Great.
all
Well,
right,
have a good
fellas.
evening. God
All right.
bless.
Thanks, guys. Bless you.
Okay. Bye.